Suggestions to save on your home insurance policies. Hello, I'm Jason Walker, and we're going to cover different points on how you can save money with your homeowners insurance. But before we get started with that, I want to read a testimonial that come in. Jason was very thorough throughout the whole home selling process. He is concise and makes sure he has foreseen any potential problems. When a potential problem presented itself, he took the reins and kept it from escalating. He is just a good, honest, dependable realtor that Gillette is lucky to have. That come in from Miss Lori. Appreciate you, Miss Lori, for sharing that on the internet. And if anybody wants to go read that, you can find that on our website at WyomingDreamTeam.com. That and many other testimonials that are there. So anyway, topic at hand: how to save money on homeowners insurance. First and foremost, shop around. I think this is pretty self-explanatory, but contact several different agents, several different companies, and just get a feel for what the homeowners insurance world is, what the insurance market is doing. Like, you can talk to one or three, or well, you got to talk to more than one. So you can talk to 3, 5, 10, whatever it takes to get a feel for what the homeowners insurance market is doing from year to year, and you'll start to gauge on where you need to be and the questions you need to be asking, and how to better yourself in that environment. Now keep in mind, there are agents that sell for the same companies. So in our local markets, you'll see the same company but different agents or different brokers selling insurances. So maybe you have a flavor for one of those insurance companies. Talk to both agents that sell for that company and see what they have to say. Get their opinions on what's going on. That for sure isn't going to hurt nothing. And and two, be sure to shop around some of these other companies, because sometimes, when we've experienced this from time to time, when one insurance company is being hindered, or they're hurt financially from some major loss or major claims in a specific regional area, there's these other companies that are not being hurt financially. Thus, they can quote better quotes and offer better terms. So you just really need to shop around and ask those questions from time to time, year to year, and how that's gonna affect you. Next, bundle your home and auto. I think this is like one of the first questions any insurance agent's gonna ask when you start talking real estate. Hey, is there a chance we're gonna get a shot at your automobiles too? And the importance of that is this: they're gonna quote you for your home here and your auto here, but if you meld the two, the meld will be less than the total of the meld will be less than this individually plus this individually. So, and they do that to, there's some risk that's kind of being taken off the table for the insurance company if they get both of your policies put together in one. So be sure to ask what that is all about. And sometimes that doesn't always work for you, but I know that that's like one of the first questions any insurance agent's going to ask you. So be ready for that. Next, number 3, look for additional discounts, or ask the questions. Like, I think the easy discounts are like military, emergency services, elderly, any of those sorts of things that kind of come off quickly. But there may be other discounts out there that you could be eligible for. And I think the magic question is, when you're engaging with these insurance agents, the simple question is this: hey, what are other people such as myself, what are they doing to get some discounts? What are you seeing in the marketplace where I could qualify for a discount? Maybe you're a member of something that will help that. And there's all kinds of networking possibilities like that. I think you just kind of got to go into it, and you got to intentionally engage the agent. Be like, you know, what are some discounts that are available that maybe I'm not thinking of or I wasn't aware of, right? Um, Increase your deductible. you know, you don't always have to ride on the minimums. And when you increase that deductible, here's what you're really saying. You're telling the insurance agent or the insurance company, hey, I'm a responsible person. I'm confident in myself. I am in I know every day when I get out of bed, I do my best not to get in an accident. I do my best not to be reckless, and I take care of my stuff. So if I raise my deductible, how are you willing to help my yearly or my monthly premium? Because if you're willing to take on some of the risk with the insurance company, now all of a sudden you're really communicating to the insurance company that you're worthy of yourself, and you have pride of ownership, basically, right? So uh, I'm always a proponent of this. Rate, see what it takes. If they start you out at 500, ask the question: what would it be if I was at 2,500? What would it be if I was at 10 grand? Um, and then you can start making some decisions and kind of backing into that a little bit and seeing what you're comfortable with. Um, Protect your home and what's inside of it, right? Like sometimes when you're talking about homeowners insurance or building insurance in general, sometimes it's about some of the contents that are inside of it. So, you're going to get into this conversation of, what's your inventory? How much jewelry do you have? How many guns do you have? Do you have any valuable prints? Artwork. Um, Things that are items of value that if there was a catastrophe or theft or anything else that would cause you a hardship. And what's that mean? So maybe there's a lack of, and you need to explain that to the insurance company. Or maybe you have a lot of, and you're gonna have to explain that if you want some coverages, right? So that can go both ways. Just be prepared for that conversation when you're talking to your insurance agent and seeing where that goes. Improve your credit score. That's right. Your credit score has an influence on your insurance policy. The insurance company wants to know that you're a good bill paying citizen, right? You pay your bills on time and they can expect the cash flow in. That way, if you have an emergency, they can, same way with you, right? If you have an emergency, you're going to expect them to have cash flow back out to you in a timely fashion. Well, the same thing is going into the policy. They want to know that you're going to pay your bills on time and you got a good reputation of doing that. Thus, they look at your credit score. Number 7, review your policy annually and take inventory regularly. So I already tapped on the inventory just a second ago, but review your policy annually. Sit down with your insurance agent, and then if you got a trusted insurance agent, sit down with them once a year, and then maybe once every 5 years you step out and talk to another agent just to get a new feel or get some fresh opinions on what the insurance world or the insurance markets are doing. And then number 8, avoid the small claims. Like if you try to nickel and dime the insurance companies, they're going to nickel and dime you back. That's just how this game works. They've got this pretty well zeroed in. They got people working in the background, underwriters and lawyers and people that understand math better than you and me probably. And they're not going to tolerate the small claim stuff. And to that point, like if you think there's a possible claim and you're not entirely sure, don't call the insurance company first. Call a contractor. Call a home inspector. Let them know, hey, we had a little bit of hail last night. I'm not sure if it's worth a claim or not. Can you come take a look? These sorts of folks are experienced in this avenue, every day. They're experienced with talking to the insurance companies every day, and they can communicate things better to the insurance companies than you and I can usually. So if it's kind of borderline, call the contractor, call the home inspector first. Don't call the insurance company, because as soon as they send somebody out to take a look at the potential claim, the adjuster shows up, it's a claim. Whether they pay out a sum of money or not, it goes down as a claim. It's going to sit with you for, I think it's 7 or 10 years is the magic time frame, and it sits with your property for the same amount of time. So it's those claims, once they're filed, they stay attached to you and they stay attached to the property. So if you sell the property, stays with the property, and that claim's going with you to the next property. So anyway, just be mindful of that before you get trigger happy and call your 800 number to file your claim or get somebody out to look at the problem. So anyway, sharing this with you because I think saving money on your homeowner's insurance can be a place to really add to your bottom line over the course of years. So I hope you find this helpful. If you think there's something I've missed or overlooked, drop a note in the comments, and be glad to include that or reincorporate that in here. So anyway, thanks for being a subscriber, and see you on the next video. Talk to you later.